All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you're coming on, joining me live, please do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, and let them know your boy, Ramonepreston, my squad, we alive right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta, and this is the day that the Lord has made. We are already rejoicing. We're already glad in it. I want to welcome all of you to the Ramonepreston Show. Welcome. Do me a quick favor. Put in the comments what city you're watching me from today. We love to know what city you're watching us from. It's always a pleasure to go back and take a look at the comments inside of our platforms and to see all of you that are joining us from so many different places in the world. We really appreciate you. If for some reason today that the internet starts acting up, please understand that we've got a lot of rain coming down here in the beautiful Buckhead community. But we still gonna do the doggone thing. So again, welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. For those of you that don't know, I am your host, Ramonepreston, and every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon, Eastern Standard Time, in the middle of a busy day, I take the time to show up live to share information with you that I know you can use to properly start, properly structure, and at some point properly scale any business, any ministry, any income stream, any wealth building dream. So if you have a desire to be an entrepreneur and to build a successful business, if you're already an entrepreneur with a business and you're just looking to grow and expand that business, the information that I provide on this show is designed to help you make that happen. Now, just in case you don't know who I am and what it is that I do, we have a business and financial consulting, coaching, and educational company. So what that means is we help people start their businesses, structure their businesses, whether it's a holding company, LLC, whether it's an operating company, LLC, or both. We show you how to start the business, from filing and forming the paperwork all the way to integrating the systems and processes you need so that you can run your company efficiently. We even provide coaching and mentorship and consulting to show you how to properly position yourself in your business. Maybe you don't know how to properly position yourself. Maybe you're not familiar with creating a brand, and we show you how to do that. We work with you on developing your products, your services. We show you how to integrate the right systems and processes into your business. So what I share on this show, even though it's just incremental pieces of information because I'm limited in my time, all this information is what I use to teach my students inside of my online university, particularly through my Millionaire Blueprint educational program. And this is the same information I provide for my clients and mentees who are either in my Millionaire Mentorship coaching program, or maybe we just have a consulting relationship with certain clients. So you're in good hands if you're watching and you're an entrepreneur and you know you want to build a successful business, okay? So today I want to talk about the 5 steps that you can take to hit your financial targets, okay? You may have come into 2023 with certain financial targets. You should be coming into every year with certain financial targets. But here's the thing. When you have a financial target that you want to hit, there are steps that you need to take to hit that financial target. Because if you don't have a specific strategy, a step-by-step plan on how you're going to hit your financial targets, my question to you is, how are you going to hit your financial targets? So just because you wake up and you set goals and you write your goals down and you make affirmations and say, I want to make 100 grand or I want to make $1 million, how are you going to actually hit that financial target if you don't have a step-by-step process, a plan, a strategy in place. So today I'm going to share with you 5 steps to hitting your financial target. All right, 5 steps to hitting your financial target. Now, let's begin by explaining something. If you are going to set a financial target, you need to make sure that your financial target is big enough that it keeps you interested. So for example, if you do the math on how much does it cost for you to live your life as it is, your current quality of life, how much is it for you to live your current quality of life? All right, there's a certain dollar amount right now that it takes for you to live your current quality of life. Now, whether that's the ideal quality of life or not, there's still certain things that you have to do in order to live the life that you have right now. So there's a certain dollar amount you need, just to pay your bills, just to take care of the family, just to not be under the bridge, living on the streets, catching rides. All right, there's a certain dollar amount that you need for your current quality of life. If you don't know what that dollar amount is, well, before you get into these 5 steps to even hitting any financial target, you need to know how much money does it take for you to live your current quality of life. How much money in the form of a dollar amount that it takes for me to wake up every day and to make sure that my bills are paid and to make sure that I can feed my family, take care of myself, have a car to drive. Like, what is that dollar amount? This is like a need-based number of money that you use every day, every week, or at least every month to maintain your current quality of life. All right? So that's a dollar amount that you should know. There's another dollar amount that you should know, which is what you want. What do you want to make? So for example, if you make $30,000 a year and you still struggling financially for whatever the reasons are, but it doesn't quite cover the basic necessities that you need, well, you need to do the math on how much money would it take if you were not undisciplined, if you were not wasting money. How much money would it take for you to just live a quality life and have some wiggle room so that you can be able to do the things that you want to do, whether it's go on vacation, whether it's pay off certain debt, whether it's take care of your kids, do something special for your spouse, whatever it is. You need to know the math just on the basic necessities of what you need and maybe the things that you want. This may not be a financial freedom target. This may not be the ultimate financial target that you have. However, it helps to at least clear things up so that you can have a clear, quantified number on how much do you need to afford your current quality of life and how much do you want just to be able to not be stressed out every day. All right? So you need to do the math on that. Once you've done the basic math on your current quality of life and you know how much money it's going to take for you to cover the needs and maybe some wants, now you need to take a look at what is the freedom target for you? What is the freedom target? Like, I always encourage my students that I get a chance to talk to and mentees that I work with personally as a coach, I always push people to at least set a minimum financial freedom target to get into the 1%. All right? So there are studies that have been done. If you go back to some of my recent live shows, you will see me using a diagram of what I call the income ladder of success. It's a diagram that I use to describe the 3 main income classes based on 100% of households in America. So we have the poor class, we have the middle class, and we have the upper class. Out of 100% of households in America, 29% of households are considered poor class. They make $32,000 a year or less. Out of 100% of households in America, 70% make up the middle class. That is the lower middle class, which is somewhere around $32,000 a year to $60,000. We have the middle of the middle, which is somewhere between $60K a year and $110K a year. And then we have the upper middle, which is somewhere from around $110,000 a year, just shy of $400,000 a year. And then we have the 1%. The 1% of households in America make a minimum of $400,000 a year. If you add inflation, if you factor inflation in, that number may be a little higher. But let's just say conservatively that in order for you to be in the 1%, you need to have a financial freedom goal to make at least $400,000 a year. At minimum, like the worst case scenario, you should at minimum be targeting at least $100,000 a year, which when you factor in inflation, when you factor in taxes, and a lot of the things that you just don't even see with the natural eye, that $100,000 a year turns into like $40,000 or $50,000 a year extremely quick, okay? But let's just say hypothetically that you have a $100,000 to $400,000 a year financial target, all right? Let's just say that. Well, again, we're talking about the 5 steps. We're talking about the 5 steps that you need to take to hit your financial target. So what would be the first step? The first step would be for you to set a clear financial target. You need to set a clear financial target. Your financial target needs to be clear. It needs to be clear in terms of the dollar amount. You need to do the math to say, what is it going to take for me to be free? And as I said, I've done the math. I've worked with a lot of people who have mentored me and who have educated me on the importance of things like this. And most people will tell you it's not until you're probably north of $400,000 a year that you will start seeing some type of change in the quality of your life. I know it's hard to think about, and some people get offended when we talk about this, because a lot of times, you know, people just make sense of 20 grand a year. Unfortunately, people make sense of 60 or 70,000 a year, because on one hand, you have some people that'll say, well, that's a lot of money. All you got to do is budget and save and take a lunch to work and don't stop at Starbucks and, you know, reserve your gas. Don't use your AC and cut the water off while you're brushing your teeth. I'm sure some of these things may, you know, mitigate, you know, like extreme over excessiveness. But for the most part, your mind and your focus is on the wrong thing. Your mind and your focus is on the wrong thing. Every expert, no matter who the financial expert is, whether it's Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, whether it's my rich uncle, Grant Cardone, or any of the most important, you know, like most popular, most admired people on the planet, most of them will tell you that your income is by far one of your most important wealth building tools. So what that means is you need to have a financial target that's big enough that can keep your mind on it, that can keep your focus on it. You shouldn't be around here setting financial targets that really ain't gonna help you get free. Because what happens is when you set a target to, let's say, just pay off debt, or a target to just have a couple extra dollars in the bank, what typically happens is you start trying to put a squeeze on the quality of your life so that, again, you ain't wasting food, and you ain't going out to eat, and you ain't buying an extra pair of shoes, and all this stuff you're trying to do, which is a form of contraction. it takes you off of the focus for your target. If you set a big enough financial target, it's going to stretch you. Like, for example, if you make $20,000, $30,000 a year right now, let's just say you make 40 or 50 grand a year, and you set a financial target to get somewhere between 100 grand and 400 grand. God knows if you set a financial target for 400 grand, what do you think that's going to do to your focus and to your mentality? Well, it's going to challenge you. It's going to stretch you. It's going to force you to learn, because you're going to realize, wow, if I make 50 grand a year or 25 grand a year, how am I going to get to at least 100 grand? I would have to have 4 jobs making $25,000 a year to get to 100. Or I'm going to have to learn a new skill set. I'm going to have to find another vehicle to get in that can help scale my business. This is one of the reasons why, even in my company, we give all of our staff an opportunity to make money by selling products and services. Why? Because this could be a side hustle for you. If you have a main job and you're doing that main job, but there's a limit to how much money you can make on that main job, how are you going to set a financial target to hit it if you don't have an opportunity within the company you're at, or if you don't create some type of side hustle? You get what I'm saying? So the first step to hitting your financial target is actually having a quantified financial target, something that's big enough that gets you, ooh, I'm excited now. I'm excited now. And if you were to sit down with me and say, Ramon, I want you to just keep it 100 with me, what should my minimum financial target be? I would say for you to get to the 1%. That's what I would tell you. You need to be figuring out how you can make at least 400 grand a year. And again, the moment you start doing that, here's what your mind is saying. Man, there ain't no way I can make $400,000 a year. I can't do this working on the job. Well, who said you was going to do it working on the job? Man, I don't know enough, and I ain't got enough of this, and I ain't got enough of that. You're using everything as an excuse as to why you can't. We didn't talk about how you gonna do it. We're just talking about that you want to do it. You get what I'm saying? So let's not focus on how you gonna do all this stuff I'm talking about. Let's just focus on the fact that you are gonna do it. This is what your desire is. Your desire is to figure this thing out so that you can get to where you want to be. That's what I would tell you. And again, $100,000 a year is better than $20,000 a year. But when you factor in inflation and taxes, it ain't really $100,000. So the first step is for you to set the right financial target. You need to set that target. You need to at least have the target in place, knowing that this is the dollar amount that I want to make. The second step would be for you to take that dollar amount, whatever the financial target is, and you should divide it. This is the key word. You should divide it into the year, the month, the week, and the day. Okay? So if $400,000 is your financial target, or if $100,000 is your financial target, the second step would be for you to take that dollar amount and to divide it into the year, into the month, into the week, into the day. If you want to make 400 grand a year, divide it into 12 to see how much money you need to make every month. If you want to make $400,000 a year, divide it up into the 52 weeks. If you want to make $400,000 a year, divide it up into 365 just to see how much exactly do I need to make every month or every week or every day for this year in order to hit my financial goals. Okay? That's what you want to do. You want to divide it. Once you've divided that number up to see how much money it's going to take, now you want to divide the dollar by the average product or service you sell. So for example, if your average product is $100, or if your average product is $250, whatever your average product is, you want to divide that average product into that dollar amount. So let me just give you a quick example. If $400,000 is your target to make a year, okay? What I'm saying is you need to divide that by, let's say, 12 months or 52 weeks or 365 days. Then you need to take the dollar amount of your products and or your services, and you need to divide that into these numbers. Okay, so whatever the dollar amount is of your average product and service, you need to divide that into those products and services to see how many products and services do I need to sell in a year at this price to hit my target, or how many do I need to sell a month or every week or every day for the year in order to hit that target. This is step number 3. You need to divide the dollar that you got by the average product or service that you sell. The next step is you need to divide and you need to, well, I'm not going to say divide first. What I would say is you need to document, then divide the steps to sell one product or service. Okay, so these steps could be your calls. Let's say, for example, your calls. What else do we have? Your contacts. The next step would be your appointments. You wanna look at all of the steps that it takes, and you wanna document them to see how many steps does it take for me to actually sell one product or sell one service, okay? And if you find out, okay, let's say, for example, and this is a high number, so I don't know if that number might be too high for y'all, so I'll do another equation. I don't have my calculator in front of me, so I'm gonna have to do a little guessing, but I'm gonna try to use a low number to make it make sense for you, okay? But I just wanna make sure you have these 5 steps. And then you need to do the work. You need to do the work. And I'm gonna see if I could, without my calculator, do a calculation for you to show you how it works. All right, so these are the 5 steps. If you're taking notes, you wanna write this down. 5 steps to hitting your financial goal, your financial targets, okay? So I want you to write that down. If you're taking notes, write it down. These are the 5 steps right here to hit your financial targets. Number 1, you gotta have a financial target. Let's write it down. You gotta have a financial target. Number 2, you gotta take the dollar amount that you have as a target and you need to divide it by the year. You should be dividing it by the month, by the week, and by the day. You should be able to see how much money you need to make every day, every week, every month, or for that year based on that financial target. Number 3, you need to divide the dollar by the average product and service you sell. So whatever the dollar amount is that you need to make a day, look at the price of your average product and service and divide that into that particular number. All right? For the day, for the week, for the month, of the year. So you can know how many products and services do I need to sell to hit that number. Number 4, you need to document, then divide all the steps up that it takes for you to at least sell one product and service. So let me give you a quick example of what I mean. Let's just say hypothetically, you want to make $100,000 in a year, okay? Let's just say you want to make 100 grand in a year. That would be your financial target. Okay. Well, that means for a month you would need to make about 80. I think it's about 83.33. For a week, that's about. I'll just kind of I'll just even it out. Okay. For a week, it may be 1,900. For a day, let's just say 275. Let's just say 275 for a day. All right. So if you have a $100,000 goal for a year, this is your year target rather. That means you need to make $83.33 a month, right? That means you need to make either $1,900 a week or you need to make $275 a day in order to get to 100,000 in a year. So let's just say hypothetically, your average product or service is $250. That's not uncommon for your average product to be maybe $250, right? Well, that means for a year, you would have to sell about 400. That would be about 400 products at $250. That would be about 400 products at $250. Now you need to look at, okay, well, how many products do I need to sell a month? All right, let's do the math on that. Do I have a pen? I don't think I have a pen. So let's see here. See if I can do the math. Because I don't have a calculator. Do I have a calculator on my computer? Oh, yeah, I do have a calculator on my computer. There we go. So we got 400 divided into 12. That would be 33. So that's 33 products a month at $250. All right? So we got, let's see, 400 divided into 52. That would be 7 products at $250 a week. And then if we did 400 into 365, that would be about 1 product a day. So you see what I just did? This is how you do the calculations. I want to make $100,000 a year. My average product is $250. Whatever your average product is, you just divide that average product into the 10,000 and you're going to come up with your number. That's 400 at $250. If I break it down to months, weeks, and days, that's $83.33 a month. I would have to sell 33 $250 products. Every week, I would have to sell 7 $250 products. Every day, I would have to sell 1 $250 product, okay? So at least you see the data, the numbers, the math behind what exactly do I need to do? What is my step-by-step process in order to do it? Now, remember, I told you, once you got that number, you got your financial target. I put 400 here, but in the example, I'm using 100. You took the dollar amount, you divided it by the year, the month, the week, the day. Then you divide the dollar by the average product or service you sell. We just did that. The next step would be to document and then divide the steps that it takes to sell 1 product. So this is all hypothetical. I have data on this stuff for my company, so I know it's real and it works. So let's just say if in order for you to sell 1 product, let's say it requires 100 calls. Let's say if it requires 100 calls. And out of those 100 calls, you make 25 contacts. And out of those 25 contacts, you have about 5 appointments. And out of those 5 appointments, you sell 1. You see what I'm saying? The fact that you have that data, those numbers, now all it takes is for you to see, okay, if I had to make 100 calls, make 25 contacts, set 5 appointments to sell 1 at $250, Well, how many calls is it going to take for me to average about 10? Well, that means it's going to take about 1,000 for me to average 10. It's going to take 10,000 for me to average 100. You see how that works? But I need to do 400. So at least I know it's going to take me about 40,000 calls in a year if this sequence works that way, give or take some extraordinary events. But the average sequence would be 100 calls, 25 contacts, 5 appointments for one $250 sale. Well, that may mean 1,000 calls. That may mean 250 contacts and 25 appointments. For 10,000, that's going to be 2,500. That's going to be 250. So now if I go back up to my 400, because I have $100,000 I want to make, but I have 400 $250 products I need to sell, I can see that, wow, it's going to take me about 40,000 calls. So now I just need to divide that 40,000 up into, let's say, 12 months. That would be 33. Well, let me just divide the 40,000 up into 52 weeks to see how many phone calls. That's 769 calls a week divided by 5. That's about 150 calls a day. So my point is, I want to show you how important this is, right? If you're following me, I want to show you how important this is. Because this is a mistake a lot of entrepreneurs make. If you don't understand what I'm doing, you just need to circle back around and listen to this again. But again, let me go back to the 5 steps to hitting your financial target. Since I'm using 100,000 as an example, let me just put that there. So if you took these 5 steps and said, you know what, I'm going to listen to Ramon, and I want to set financial targets, and I want to figure out how to hit them. All right? I'm giving you 5 steps. Number 1, you need to have a financial target. In this example, let's say your financial target is $100,000 a year. All right? What am I going to do? I'm going to set my target at 100 grand. Then number 2, I'm going to divide that target up in months, weeks, and days to see if I'm going to make 100 grand a year, how much is that a month? How much is that every week? How much is that every day? Once I divide it up, I need to look at, okay, what is my average product and service? What is the price of my average product and service? And I need to divide that into my dollar amount every month, every week, every day. And then I need to document the steps that it takes to sell one, so I can actually have a clear number on what I need to do every day in order to hit my target. This is a mistake a lot of entrepreneurs make. A lot of entrepreneurs, they set a target. I want to make $100,000 this year, but they don't do the math and the metrics on everything that it's going to take for them to actually hit that $100,000 target. Right? So in this example, if I want to make $100,000 a year, if my average product or service is $250, I'm just going to divide that into 100,000, and I'm going to see I need to sell 400 $250 products a year. Whatever your average product is, just divide it into the target you got to see how many of those products do you need to sell. And I would break that up to months, to weeks, to days to see how much money I need to make every month, every week, and every day based on a $250 product or whatever the number is. Because now I'm going to say 400 products for 100 grand, but then that means that I have to sell 33 of those products a month, 7 a week, or 1 a day if it's at 250. If your average product is higher, if that average product is 500, that would be 200 products. If your average product is 1,000, it would just be 100, but you still need to do the same math. Now I need to document what steps does it take for me to sell one of these products. So it may be a phone call, it may be a click on a link, it may be presentations, whatever it is, you need to document those steps and put them together. A lot of people typically use phone calls, they make contacts, they set appointments. Yours may be a little different, but whatever your steps are, you need to see how many steps does it take to sell one of my products or to sell one of my services. And then I multiply that number by 10, by 100 to see, okay, wow, if I have to make calls, if I have to make 100 calls, make 25 contacts and maybe 5 appointments to sell one $250 product, well, that lets me know I have to make 1,000 calls to sell 10. I would have to make 10,000 calls to sell 100. So if my calls and my contacts and appointments are documented, I will know I just need to make 40,000 calls in a year to hit 100 grand, because the numbers don't lie. The numbers are telling you if you have the right sales process, if you have the right product, if you're doing the right marketing, if you're consistent every day, the numbers are showing you that if you make 40,000 calls, you will sell 400 $250 products. Now, where are you going to get these numbers from? That's a whole nother game you got to play when it comes to marketing. But at least I have the data to show that, wow, if I make 769 calls a week or 150 a day for 5 days, I can actually hit my target. Do I have 150 people to call every day? I don't know. You got to make sure you got a lead base, you got a pipeline, you're marketing the right way, getting attention, but at least you know the numbers. So I'm urging all of you to do the math, figure out what your financial target is, set that target in stone, and don't come off that target just because you flopped this week or you flopped this month. I don't know if I ever hit my financial targets, but at least I have them. I don't know if I ever do all of this perfectly, but at least I have the data to know I need to make calls. I need to set appointments. I need to make contact with people. I didn't even add emails and clicks from links and so forth and so on, but somehow you have to figure out what is the best way to gather this data so that you can start tracking this stuff to figure out, like, what is it going to take for me to do it? Rather than just saying, oh, I want to make 100 grand. Okay, everybody want to make 100 grand. Everybody want to make $1 million. But have you done the math on it? Like, what are the steps that I need to take? This is why most entrepreneurs don't make no money. Because, okay, they want to make 100 grand, but they don't know what their median or average product or service is. They don't do the math on that. And then they don't document and do the math on what is it taking for me to sell just one. All you got to do is sell one and see, what did I do to sell one? How much work did it take? How many posts did it take? If all your work, if all your services and products are online, how many clicks did it take for you to sell one? How many ads did you have to run to sell one? How many emails did you send out? How many people visited your site before you sold one? So that means I got to increase my activity to a certain number to sell 10, to sell 100, to sell 1,000 based on my target. But the target is the thing. That's a very important principle that I've learned. The target is the thing, not all the techniques and the mechanics, because I'm not going to get bogged down in the mechanics and techniques. I'm going to stay focused on the target. Whatever my target is, I got to hit it. And I got to get better at making sure that when I do this other stuff, it's working, but at least I still have a target. All right? So I would love to get some feedback from you. I would love to know if you have a financial target for the year. Let me know what your financial target is. Put it in the comments. Don't be scared. Let the world know what your financial targets are. Okay? Let me see what your financial target is. Let the world know what your financial target is. For my company, we came into 2023 with a $10 million financial target. That's what my annual target is for this year, to generate $10 million in revenue. And I did the math. I had to do the same thing. And I saw, wow, man, it's a lot of stuff I got to do. But guess what? At least I have a target. I help my team set targets. Like, what is your financial target for the year? How many products do you need to sell? How many calls do you need to make so that they can be on top of what they need to do? So every time they make a call, every time they get rejected, every time they get hung up on, every time they get told to stop calling them or stop emailing them, they're thinking about not that, but the target. That's what's keeping them going. And the target is big enough to incentivize them to fight through the stuff that they're going to fight through when they start trying to figure out how to get to that target. So I love and appreciate all of you. And I hope that you got something out of today's show. I would love to know what your big takeaway was from today's show. Please put it in the comments. Let me know what your takeaway was. And let me know if you have your financial target intact. Please let me know that. I would love to know that in the comments, okay? I appreciate all of you for really leaving comments and just encouraging us to continue to do what we do here at Ramonepreston Enterprises. I had a testimony that I wanted to share. It was a very heartfelt testimony that it was really a message that someone sent me online. And I wanted to see if I could find it just to share it with all of you. I thought it was very, it was very heartfelt, the message that someone shared. Here it is right here. Someone shared this message on one of our videos on YouTube. They said, let's say here, I have a desire to connect with your ministry and mentorship program, and I certainly will as soon as time permits me, and the Lord willing, it is sooner than later, as I see this as an investment in my quality of life, my education, my future. I know that poverty and debt is not God's plan or will for my life. Thank you, Mr. Preston, for all you do, and may God continue to bless you. That's very, very heartfelt. I appreciate those sentiments. And I want to say to all of you, if you're watching today's show and you have already taken us up on the offer that we've been extending for the past 2 weeks to join our one-year coaching program called the Millionaire Mentorship Program, I want to personally congratulate you, welcome you, and I'm definitely excited about what the next year is going to be. And I look forward to seeing you this upcoming Monday on our weekly Millionaire Mentorship coaching call. Now, for those of you who are entrepreneurs, you're looking to either start your business or you've started it, but you believe that there are some things missing with your business. Maybe you're missing the right structure. Maybe you feel like you're all over the place as an entrepreneur. You're doing a lot, but you feel like you're not getting a lot done. Or perhaps you have your LLC set up. You know what you want to sell in terms of products and services, but you don't really have the right systems and processes. You don't really know how to put together a real organizational enterprise. Well, this is why we created our one-year coaching program called the Millionaire Mentorship Program. We created it to give you at least 1 year to start and structure your business correctly, to fine-tune and to polish up how you package and price your products and services, and to integrate the right system so that you can actually scale your business to 6 figures, 7 figures, and beyond. And so what I want to do very quickly is I want to extend this final offer, because today we are ending the offer that we have extended for our one-year Millionaire Mentorship Program. I'm actually going to pull up the program from our main website just to show you a little bit about our program. And if you are interested, which you probably need some level of education and coaching and mentoring to scale to 6 and 7 figures, we want to extend this final opportunity for you, okay? If you've been watching me for the past couple weeks, we've been talking about this one-year Millionaire Mentorship Program, and we're going to close this offer today, and it will not be available anymore. I truly see the demand on this program. A lot of our competitors, people who are in the coaching and educational space for business and finance, they have nothing nowhere close to what we provide in this program in terms of education and coaching and ongoing mentorship. So that demand really puts a squeeze on how flexible we are with these offers. So again, this is a Millionaire Mentorship program. It is a 1-year accelerated coaching and consulting program. And it's made up of several important components that can show you how to scale your business to $1 million and beyond. All right. So let me share with you what this mentorship program includes. Okay. This mentorship program includes, number one, 1-year access to our Millionaire Blueprint. This is our online educational program. So we make sure that we provide courses in the form of videos. We have documents and forms and tutorials to teach you all the ins and outs to start and structure and scale a $1 million company. So these courses make up financial literacy, creative tax strategies, sales, marketing, systems, processes, real estate investing, goal setting, everything you need to build a $1 million business. So we offer this. We give you 1-year access to our Millionaire Blueprint. We also give you access to our weekly coaching calls. So you get 1 year to come on our weekly live calls. They're private calls that we host every week. We do a teaching on this call. We do Q&A. And it's really an opportunity for all of our coaching clients to drop in a live session once a week to not just get their questions answered, but just to interact and connect and share their success stories and to keep us updated on where they are in light of what their game plan is. We also provide for you 4 VIP workshops. So we have a workshop on sales, marketing, finances, and business operations. These are all 1-day events. You can attend these events virtually or in person. And these workshops should complement the educational piece that you're getting in the Millionaire Blueprint. So we have courses on sales and marketing and financial systems like QuickBooks and financial literacy and the basic accounting principles for entrepreneurs, holding companies. So when you come to the live event, we fine tune whatever you're tracking and educating yourself on to make sure that you have a solid system and a solid process in these areas. We also offer you 1 VIP HQ day. This is a concept that I adopted from my business mentor, where you can come for a headquarter day to our headquarters, spend the day with us, look under the hood of our business to see how do we run the day-to-day operations. This headquarter day, this HQ day has been very beneficial to a lot of our clients because they get a chance to come to our headquarters, see us in person, see we got a real business, a real company, a real location, and we're doing real things every day. The phone is ringing, bells are ringing, we're working with clients and customers every day. It's just good for people to see, and you could get a lot of questions answered to see how do we do certain things in certain areas of our business. We also added an additional bonus to this Millionaire Mentorship program, which is a VIP ticket to our Business Incubator training. So this is a course and a 1-day event. Okay, and what we train you on in this Business Incubator is really a general operating system. How do you measure the KPIs in your business? How do you look at and track all the day-to-day activities that you're doing in your business to determine where is the greatest impact? What is making the most revenue impact? We show you how to create that general operating system. This is a course and a 1-day event called the Business Incubator. We also give you a VIP ticket to our business and financial coaching and consulting course. So we have an online course and we have a 1-day coaching boot camp to literally show you how to build a 6-figure coaching business or consulting business, or if you want to get in the educational space, we train you on how to set it up, how to package and price your products and services, how to present yourself and introduce yourself into the market. So we provide all of this in our Millionaire Mentorship program. Now, this program is typically a $3,500 program. We've already been talking among ourselves as a team about this program going back up. When we first started coaching, it was a $5,000 program. So we dropped it to $3,500. We added all of these components to this program, in which you could see each component when you go to our website, what it includes. And so we've had it for $3,500. Just within the last 2 weeks, we discounted it to $24.97, as you see right here. This is a one-time offer for $24.97 or $247 a month for 12 months. You can choose. For those who pay the $24.97 in full, we have extended a complimentary one-on-one coaching session. So that means I'll sit down with you in a one-on-one session for about an hour or two, whether it's in person or virtual, but that's when you pay the $24.97 in full, or you could join the program for $247. I'm telling you, if you've been watching me and you know this is a coaching program or a mentorship program that provides a lot of value, is packed with a lot of benefits, most of which you can't find in other coaching and mentorship programs, you need to take me up on the offer, because this is ending today. So that means if you come back to this website tomorrow, or you join the Ramonepreston Show Monday, I'm not going to be talking about a $24.97 program or a $247 a month program. At minimum, it will be $3,500 and more, because of all the benefits that we provide. I mean, think about it. Just this 1 year membership, we give you 1 year access to our Millionaire Blueprint. We give you 1 year of weekly coaching calls. We give you 4 VIP workshops, which are one-day events. We give you a business incubator course and one-day training, a coaching boot camp course and training, in addition to having access to our Millionaire Concierge, where you could call, you could text, you could email if you have questions throughout the day or throughout the week, something you're dealing with and you just need to communicate with somebody. You're not talking to automated robots. You're talking to real people. We have real concierges who are here to help service you as a client and to work with you for the year. So again, if you're interested in joining our Millionaire Mentorship Program, or if you just need to know more about it, maybe you have questions that you just need answered, all you have to do is text me right now the word mentor. Text the word mentor to 678-276-8253. So as I said, today is Friday, May the 12th, 2023, and you're watching the Ramonepreston Show. This offer will end today. So that means you won't be able to call me next week and say, hey, I watched the video from last week and I want to take you up on that offer you had. You have to reach out to us today, and all you have to do is text me and we'll reach back out to you and we'll answer any questions that you might have and give you more information about how the program works. If you pay the $24.97 in full, I'm making a personal promise to have a one-on-one sit down with you. I don't even provide one-on-one sessions randomly, all right? But I will make that promise. I've made that promise. We've had people just within the last few weeks to pay the $24.97, get access to the entire 1 year program, and schedule their one-on-one sessions already. So we're willing to do that for you, or you can just pay the $247 a month for 12 months. I have a lot of people who say, you know what? I don't know if it's going to work for me. I don't even know if I'm going to really use it, but I'm going to pay that $247 and I'm going to see how much can I get in benefit within the first month. I have clients who have paid that initial payment, and within the first month, they had their holding company set up, operating company set up. Some of them worked on jobs. They readjusted their W-4s. They were making more money in their take-home pay. They had created products and services through their business. Like, you could get a lot done in a 30-day window, and it would definitely be worth more than $247 you pay to get instant access today. So you could text mentor to 678-276-8253. This offer ends today. You got to get in where you fit in. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining the show. Thank all of you for continuing to support the show. Congratulations to every one of you who have already registered and signed up for our mentorship program. And for those of you that are contemplating reaching out to me today, I'm going to give you an early congratulations. All right. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you Monday right here. Same place, same time, 12 o'clock noon Eastern on the Ramonepreston